So I am super excited for today. It's gonna go really fast, like super fast. We have recess at 8:35. So school starts at 7:50. And I am not leaving very early today. I won't be late, but I'm gonna be like right in there. But that's just kind of how I was working today. I woke up with another stupid sinus headache, and it's partly because of this weather. It's weather and it's allergies. Goodness, today is just gonna be so crazy busy, but good. So not crazy busy for the kids. I'm gonna try to keep myself in check so I don't flurry them, because it doesn't take a lot to excite this class. But they're just high energy class, super high energy, super awesome kids, just very, very high energy, and they can kind of go beyond really quickly. So you got to kind of keep it on the down low, keep it under control for them so they don't lose their minds. But I was so proud of myself. I did tell you yesterday, I'm pretty sure, that we cleaned out our cubbies and I got all of their memory box things ready. So last I talked to you, I think I was gonna head to Casey's and get pizza boxes. Well, we ordered pizza and we went to pick it up. My husband met me there, or I met him there, he was already there. And we went in and we got the pizza, and then my husband said, hey, can we speak to a manager? And you know, whenever people hear that, they kind of go, what's wrong? But we have never complained about anything, so it's never that, but they don't know that. Because you're just conditioned to be like, oh no, they're gonna complain. So there was a manager person sitting over at a booth on the other side of Casey's. And so the person that was checking us out with the pizza motioned her over, and she came over and we explained what we needed. And she goes, well, how many? And I said 22. And she goes, and I thought, okay. Alrighty. Well, she's not apparently the manager. She's not the head manager. So she probably didn't feel like she had the authority to say that I could have 22 large pizza boxes. So she said, oh, well, the manager will be in tomorrow at 5 if you want to leave a note or come in or something. And I'm like, thank you. Well, that wasn't going to work for me, obviously. I mean, I guess I could have pushed it till this morning, but that would have been a little scary, especially what if he said no? So then I was just sunk. I was like, well, thank you. So, I mean, it's not her fault. I didn't blame her. I wasn't upset at all. I didn't, you know, it is what it was. It was fine. It was a little like, for me, but I was not upset with them at all. I understand needing permission to do things, totally. So, I think I hear a siren. I don't know where it's coming from, though. Okay, so fast forward a little bit. We got home, we ate our pizza, we watched a little bit of TV. I needed to go to Walmart anyway. Don't you always have to make a last minute trip to Walmart like before the last day of school for something? Yes. So I needed ribbon for my little gifties, which I will show you when I get to school. I will show you before I give them away because I'm really bad about giving them away and going, dang it, I didn't show you before I gave them away. I did take a picture for Instagram, but I didn't show what was inside because I have people that watch me. People that watch me on here and people that are followers on Instagram. So I didn't want to spoil the whole surprise. So they saw the bag, but that's okay. Because I saw some people put likes on there and I'm like, I saw you on there. So I didn't want to spoil the surprise. And somebody actually asked me on Instagram, what's inside? And I'm like, I said, well, I will share tomorrow, but like right now I need to keep it a secret because I have my teenies that are Instagram followers. Like we follow each other. So I don't want them to see what it is before they get it. She's like, oh yeah, I totally understand. I can't wait to see. And okay, don't get super excited. It's not like amazing or anything, but I think it's cute. It's a fun little thing. And you know, this time of year we're all like, oh gosh, we don't have a lot of funds left and stuff. So it's not like super expensive, but I hope they feel like it's a little bit thoughtful and I was thinking about them because that's what it's all about. It's all about that. I always like to do a back to school gift. I like to do like something at Valentine's, something at Christmas, and something at the end of the year. So this is my end of the year thing. So it's an easy peasy lemon squeezy tag that I don't even remember where it came from, but I will find it and I will link it for you because I'm pretty sure it was a freebie. I do have a whole set of gift tags. I think from One Sharp Bunch is the one that made them because she makes amazing things. Pretty sure those are from her. The easy peasy lemon squeezy ones might be from her. It's her style, but I don't know for sure. But I'm pretty sure that I got it from Teachers Pay Teacher, so I'll check my freebie list and see if it's on there. Either that or I'll do a little bit of research and find it. Whatever happens, I will find it for you. And I love that it's editable. because you can put your name on it, like print it on there, which looks really cool. So I will do that. But I think they'll like it. I would like it. I got one for me too, because it wasn't super expensive. But you know, when you got 7 other people, you got to kind of keep cost in mind. You still have to pay the mortgage and feed your family. You can't go all crazy. I was not able to get my Pringles gift things ready last night because I ran out of tape, of all things. So I think I did 4 before the tape went. I'm like, really? But I have an almost unlimited amount of tape at school. And I I wouldn't have time to grab it from anywhere else. But I'm pretty sure I have an extra roll at school even. So I should be good there. But I'm just annoyed. I got the little inserts for the lids done, but I wasn't able to tape all of the name papers around, like the kind of the gift wrap. I ran out of tape for that because I don't like invisible tape for most things, but for like putting on paper, like if you're sticking paper to paper, like around something, I do like it because it is invisible. But on other things, I don't like it. I like the shiny kind, the transparent tape, which I don't know. Those are kind of, you have to know what they mean. Otherwise you order it and you go, oh, that's not what I wanted. But if you see it in the store, you're like, oh. Kaylin has a safety meeting this morning, and she's going to a different building. I think I mentioned yesterday that she and her roommate are going to carpool. Even though they only live about 10 minutes away, they're going to save just that little bit of gas each day by taking the other one's car every other day. So that's smart. She's being really smart. I mean, I'm really proud of her. This is a great experience before she's actually like completely out on her own, like moved out permanently or whatever. So I'm excited for her. She has, there's another car pulled over here. She has really made me proud. I mean, this last year of school was just awesome for her. Like she just really, I hate to use plant terms, but she really blossomed and bloomed this year. Senior year was her year to shine, hands down. And this internship just kind of fell in her lap, and the opportunity was amazing, and it's all because she decided to do something different and go to that other school in the mornings for that extra training. So if that hadn't happened, she wouldn't be where she is right now and trying new things. So it's really awesome. When she was texting me last night, she was so bored. She's like, Mom, I'm so bored. They had like their horrible storm earlier in the day than we did. Like it went there and then it came here. Because where she's at is not too far from Kansas City. So the storms always come from Kansas City to this area and then go on to St. Louis. So, which is where one of my firstie teammates' daughters lives. So I was talking to her last night. She's the one that I talked to after school before I left. And she said, oh yeah, her daughter was watching the storm system, and she had texted her mom and said, what's your weather like right there? Because she knows the weather system moves from here to there. And we're like, oh, it was pretty bad. Like, we were under tornado watch. And shout out to Dwight. Thank you for thinking of me. That was so sweet. I saw that he had posted on my timeline asking how we were doing because he saw that we had an awful storm and he was checking on us. So super sweet. Thank you very much. You're a great friend. And I really, really appreciate you. You're always so encouraging, and you always make me feel better and make me feel like I'm doing okay. Yeah, no matter what I'm doing. So, I'm so tired and weepy today. It's going to be a day of tears. I can already feel it because I'm saying goodbye to my kids. And though they can push your last nerve, you love them anyway, just like your own kids. Your own kids get on your last nerve too because they know you enough how to do it. But they also are full of love and sweetness. And so I'm going to miss that. I'm going to miss that a lot. And I won't get to see their little faces next year because they're going to move on to their other building for 3rd grade. So this is new for me. Like, I would get sad before saying goodbye to my firsties, but I knew that I would see them the next year in the hallways and stuff, and I would get little sneak hugs, and those were so special. And they could come visit my room if they wanted to do something special with my class. But this year it's totally different. Like, I haven't had this experience before, so it's really weird. And it feels very final. Like this last day feels very final. This last week has been a lot. It's been a lot. And I've just been like sleep deprived and so frenzied trying to get everything done. And so this is real. This is the real life of teaching. It's got its ups and it's got its downs and it's got its in-betweens. But it's all worth it. Okay, I'm almost at my turn off. And since I'm being a weepy mess, I'm just going to say goodbye for now. And I'll try to pop in later. And if I don't get to pop in at lunchtime because it's going to be kind of crazy and I may be working on those gifts then, I just catch you after all my things that I have to do after school. Because we have to go over to another building for an insurance meeting and some other stuff. But I'm going to be coming back to my classroom to get all the information I need to fill out my data forms and stuff. I'm going to do my paperwork at home tonight because I just don't want to stay. But tomorrow I'll be staying and doing the physical things in my room. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to go for now, but I'll check back in later. Good afternoon. Kids are gone. It was really weird at the end of the day, but it was so rushed because it was like get back from lunch, organize everybody, and then start lining up for dismissals because you don't want to be the last ones and get yelled at for not coming when you're supposed to. Plus, you wanted everything organized. So I spent most of my lunchtime organizing the pizza box memory boxes into pickups, early bus, and late bus. So it'd be easy for them to grab their box. And then I had them lay their backpacks next to their box on the floor. We made a line. Then for late buses, since they leave their stuff in their cubbies, I just laid their pizza boxes next to their cubbies. And I said, just be careful when you go back there and grab your box before you get your backpack and you'll be ready to go. So everybody got everything. I found 3 little Jedi training manuals when I was cleaning out a box of books. I gave one to the person that was still there, and the other one, 2 of them, I was able to get to the people. 2 of them I just tossed because I am not going to see them. So, oh well. That's not too bad considering all of the stuff that I put in their boxes. So those worked out really well. I highly recommend that. A large pizza box is a really good size for all of their little projects because you can turn them sideways. Now I did fold things in half if they were like 2 sheets of something, but width-wise it's a little wider than a piece of paper. So if you have something that's a little larger, it could probably fit sideways. That was pretty cool. Plus it holds quite a bit of stuff. Like I didn't save, stacks and stacks of things for each kid, but I did save 1 or 2 things from each month that I thought was kind of cool. So they could have something to look back on. Plus I made a cursive handwriting practice book for each child so they can practice over the summer. And I remembered to get their time capsule page out of the time capsule. I didn't give it to them directly and read them like I usually do, but I put them in their memory boxes. So that's good. So yay, this is the most organized I think I've ever been at the end of the year as far as kid stuff goes. I was not scrambling at the end. I gave them all their pickup passes so they could keep those. Now the lunch attendance cards I have, I reused those, so I didn't give those back to them. And I gave them their super improver cards in case they wanted those for bookmarks. Also, what else did I do? I took their punch cards out of the punch card chart and just tossed them because they weren't good for anything. They got to take their name tags out of their cubbies yesterday. They're like, do we get to keep these? I'm like, yeah, you can have those. Because those were just printed off. I just printed them from a TpT thing. And I'll print new ones next year for the new kids. So, no reason to save those. They had their names on them. They could keep them. I could have reused them maybe, but something fresh and new for the new class would be good. Plus, these kids were super thrilled to get them. Now, I do reuse the pick sticks. I just put a new Avery label on top of the old name and then wrap it with tape. So, yeah, they've been used for about 3 years now, and they're great, except one got broken this year at the very end of the year, wouldn't you know, at the very end of the year, because the student obviously wasn't doing what they should have been doing, and they were playing around, and they broke it. And I went and talked to them, and I said, well, if we were being more responsible, this wouldn't have happened, so let's learn from this and not do it again. So, yeah. The kids really enjoyed our little interim time between lunch and our assembly for awards. I let them do half the class got to be on iPads, the other half of the class did like the Friday Fun Club stations and like math manipulatives and stuff, and then for half an hour, and then I switched them so they got to do everything, which was really cool. Then we cleaned up and went to lunch, and we came back, it was time to go. I did put on a magic school bus so that I could organize the kids better. So I called them, you know, pickups, go ahead and line up and go. Then I had early bus, line up and go. And then late bus was already watching Magic School Bus, and it was ready for the other late bus kids to come in. So it worked out as well as it possibly could have. I was very happy with the way the day went. So I shall need to remember that for next year because it was just really nice and organized. I really enjoyed it. I'm heading to the middle school for an insurance meeting. It's district-wide. We missed this meeting whenever we had like an inclement weather day because we were supposed to have a professional development day for teachers, and it got canceled due to the nasty weather. And so we're making it up today. And then the other part of that day, we're making up, we got to choose what day we wanted to. So we will bring our old MacBook in and we will trade them out for new ones unless we purchase them, which I purchased mine. So I think I'll have to give mine back for them to check it and stuff, make sure it's wiped. They'll need to wipe the school stuff off of it, and I need to back everything up, and then I'll get it back. So I'll have my computer back. But I need to take everything that's on it that's saved and put it on my external hard drive like within the next week, because my day is the 31st, which is a week from Friday. So I'll need to get that done this next week coming up. It gives me plenty of time to do it, so I'm not worried about it. I do need to find my external hard drive. I think it's in a bag down in the basement in the family room, one of my teacher bags. I remember seeing it at one point. And if not, I could always get a big flash drive and put everything on that. So whatever it is, that'll work out fine. And a lot of it is stuff that if it's a teachers pay teachers thing, there's no reason to save it because I can just re-download it. But if it's something I've created and it's not on teachers pay teachers and not in my Google Drive, I will need to save it. So that would be nice. Plus I have like big files of things that I've compiled everything into, and I don't really want to redo that. That's the thing about getting a new computer. You got to start over, which, I mean, it's nice to have a new computer. I'm very thankful that we get them. I think we get new technology every 4 or 5 years. I can't remember. But yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I'm excited. So summer is almost here. Oh, today, after we're dismissed from the district stuff, I'm going to go back to my building, go in my classroom, get all my data compiled, and just take it home and work on it. So I'll have it ready to turn in tomorrow because tomorrow's checkout day. And I'll be doing all the physical things tomorrow, like, you know, stacking things up, and I've been throwing things away like crazy, putting things away. My closet is scary. I don't even want to look at it. So it's probably just going to have to be the way it is. Yeah. But it always works out. I'm not going to stay too late today. I just want to grab my stuff and go and get stuff done at home because I'm tired. But tomorrow I'll stay and do things. Tomorrow will not be a kid day. Tomorrow will just be a teacher work day where we come over to the middle school again. Normally we meet at the high school, but they're doing a lot of cool construction. They're getting a new arts area, like they're expanding the art room, the music room, the shop, and everything like that. So they're working on that. The auditorium is being redone, so that's normally where we meet. So we're going to meet in the middle school with where all that stuff is, because the middle school doesn't need any construction right now. It's the newest building that we have. So, except for my section of our building. What a day, what a day. Last day is always full of ups and downs and in-betweens. So, always in the awards assembly, all the teachers get recognized and thanked for their hard work for the year, and that was really nice. But then I knew I was going to cry because my buddy teacher, she's not coming back next year. She's going to be in enrichment. And yeah, that was no problem. So she cried, and I looked at her, and I cried, and then I was like, don't look at me, I'll make you cry more, because we're the kind of people that cry if someone else is crying, even if there's nothing to cry about, because we're just empathic criers. So I was like, don't look at me, I'm going to make you cry more. So I kind of gave her hugs and little pats on the back and stuff, and I was like, you're still going to see these guys, you're still going to see us, just not as often, like we won't be across the hall from each other anymore. But she's moving on to something she really feels strongly about, she has a passion for, and that's enrichment. And she was doing enrichment stuff in second grade too. So this is her thing, and she even got her another degree in enrichment. So I'm excited for her. She's going to have a great new year next year. She's going to do all kinds of cool stuff. And I can still pick her brain because she'll still be around. So that's always good. But, you know, it's different when you don't see them every day. So, yeah. And that's how it was with my second graders. I was told you this morning, I'm used to being able to just say, I'll see you next year in the hallway. Don't be too sad. I'll still see you. This year, the kids are like, we won't see you anymore. I'm like, well, you'll probably see me at Walmart and things like that because I'll be out. Like, I'm not just going to disappear. But yeah, it's the same for them. They're not going to see me all the time like they were used to. So that's kind of a deal. But yeah, it is what it is. So hopefully they'll cherish the little memories that we had and everything will be good. Okay, I'm at the middle school and I'm going to have to try to find parking, and that might be fun. Parking between these people if I can. Sort of like parallel parking, but not exactly. Alright, I'm gonna call that good. We're here. I'm gonna go in. Alright, I'm back. I'm in the elevator. I'm gonna head to my room and get some paperwork ready and take it home and change into some comfy clothes and work on some paperwork at home and get it all ready to turn in tomorrow so I can check out. So I'm gonna do, like I said earlier, all the physical stuff in my room tomorrow, like putting things away, putting things where they need to go, getting rid of things, and then I can check out tomorrow and not have to come back until my day where we have to turn in our computers. Right, I got my student data sheets done except for some comments, and I want to do those at home in my pajamas on the couch where I can be comfy and really think about the student, because I want to write a little something about each one that would be beneficial for next year's teacher. So kind of like the good, bad, and the ugly. Mostly good. But if a student would benefit from some kind of special support, or if I have some insight into how to talk to them a certain way, I will let them know that too. All right, so I am headed home now. I realized that I need to do my inventory, which all I have to do is find last year's and add a few things to it, because everything is pretty much the same. I didn't really change a lot of stuff in my room for this year. And I need to do something else. My purchase order, that's the kind of fun thing, except every year I rack my brain to try to predict what I think I will want all year. And every year I go, ooh, I wish I would have ordered this, or ooh, I wish I would have ordered that. So we'll just have to see. I think I was like one of the only people in the building just now. And I parked around back when I came back to the building because that's closer to my classroom. And then I could just take the elevator all the way up to the top floor instead of huffing and puffing for 3 flights. Because I'm tired, honestly. It's been a very long week. Like last week spilling into this week, we just were go, go, go most of the week. So I'm thankful that I get to have a break after tomorrow. So tomorrow's a teacher work day. We report to the middle school. There's a breakfast, retirement celebration, lunch, I think. And then, I think lunch is at our building actually. And then we can leave at 1 if you're checked out. Or you can just leave at 1 and check out another day. But I would like to stay and get things done. Because, yeah. Your room doesn't have to be completely checked out, but like paperwork and stuff, so I could do that part. Because I'll do that before the secretaries leave, and then I can stay and get my room put up the way it's supposed to be. I don't really think I'm going to have to do as much as I did last year. Well, obviously, I'm not moving rooms. But like last year, I think I had more stuff out. So, don't know that I'm going to have to do a whole bunch. I might be surprised. I need to go through some baskets and some bins and things like that and go through and get rid of things. And I'm not even touching my closet right now. I'm going to have dedicated like closet week where I could just come and work on the closet. So I want to do that whenever I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that like toward the beginning of summer or if I want to do that toward the end of summer. I don't know. We'll see. I do have a 2-day project-based learning like academy thing that's the beginning of August. So maybe that week. Maybe I'll come in and do my closet. I I think a day would do it. I really do. I mean, the closet's not that big, and what I need to do is pull things out and then decide what I'm keeping and what I'm not keeping, because I kept things I wasn't sure. Like, some things I definitely did not take to school or leave at school. I took it home because I'm like, that's just not going to be something I'm going to need in second grade, but I might need it down the road. But I learned some things that I didn't use. And I also learned, don't put some of the things in the back of the closet because they get covered up and you can't get to them and you can't use them unless you want to dig, dig, dig. And so I need to keep the things that I want to get to where I can get to them. Honestly, I should be able to get to everything in the closet. I should just not block anything in, is the problem. So I have like lots of extra supplies from over the years, like pencils, glue sticks, glue bottles, crayons, things like that, that I just couldn't get to because they were just buried. And I just didn't want to pull everything out of the closet and do that. So I'm going to look at my teacher checkout list and see all the things I need to do. I know I need to do my inventory, which probably will take 15 minutes tops. And I know I need to start on my purchase order and do my comments on my forms. But other than that, I don't know that there's really anything else I need to do, because I've got my grade cards ready and I've got my pink and blue forms almost ready, and I've got my reading folders ready, so I'm in pretty good shape, I think. I did go ahead and clean out my refrigerator, and I threw some stuff away and I put some stuff in my bin that's in the back seat so I can take it to my refrigerator. I left a couple of things there, like an unopened bottle of juice, because it'll be good in the fall. I was going to use it for glow games. It's like bright green juice. I thought I could call it glow juice, but we just didn't get a chance to drink it. But I can just use that next year. That could be our jitter juice for next year. So that's already bought. It's good for a long time. And like I said, it has not been opened, so it doesn't have to be refrigerated. So I can just leave it in my classroom, probably in my closet, once I clean it out a little bit. So there's a place to put it. Yeah. And I need to go through my snack cabinet and get rid of little odds and ends, dibbles of stuff that aren't going to be good for anything next year. I don't have a lot of it, because toward the end, I didn't get a ton of snacks, which is good, because you don't want a lot of snacks hanging around. I wanted us to eat what we had. I do have some of that birthday Cookie Crisp cereal left, which would be good for a whole other snack day. And I was going to give them snack today, but then I realized we had lunch kind of early and there was really no point, so I just didn't. I feel like I have a pretty good handle on cleaning up my room for the summer. This year is going to be so much less work because I don't have to take everything out of my classroom. If you started watching my videos last year, toward the end of the year around this time, you'll know that I worked really hard for a really long time to get that classroom, my first grade classroom, cleaned out, and then my second grade classroom set up. I totally forgot to tell you about my end of the year gifts and the pizza boxes. So I will insert some pictures here so you can see what they look like. The kids, I think, really like them. I was able to get them done and not have to sweat it. I had plenty of time to get them finished. So enjoy the pictures. I'll see you later.